With grief, from my experience with my father, there was a lot of anger, frustration, and a lot of whole bottles of emotions. And throwing anything or hitting anything releases that anger and that frustration. So I was kind of just scoping out the area. And then I went back in and I drank a beer and I sat down and I watched somebody throw for maybe like a half hour. Sat down and I watched the mechanics and technique. I said, you know what, I'm gonna try this. So I paid for an hour and I started trying to mimic what I saw. And I was like, okay, it was sticking the board. So once I started writing my scores down, and I would throw 10 games. So 10 games, that's 100 throws. And I would average out those scores. I was like, okay, I got to get better than this. I got to increase this. I got to increase that average. So that's that competitive drive, just to kind of beat myself and improve. Yeah, that had a lot to do with it too. A lot of times I do think about my dad. He always say, "You son of a drummer. You can do anything." And I would talk to myself sometimes, like, you son of a drummer. You deserve to be in this moment. You deserve to beat whoever you beat. And yeah, he taught me the value of hard work. He always said, "The world doesn't owe you nothing. You got to go out here and get it." Everybody's looking at the bracket to see who they play next. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. Just step to the line and I'll figure it out from there. Like I said, I'm very competitive, and I'll say it, but there are a lot of names in the sport they always win. They always win, and that's perfectly fine. I want them to win, but I want to beat them. those names that's in the sport, I want to beat those guys, and if I can beat those guys consistently, then I can consider myself a top tier thrower in the sport.